I'm Adam,
And I'm Suga.
and this is Where There's a Williams, There's a Way. Hey, Sugar, how do you feel about potatoes?
They're not for me. I mean, just like I'm obsessed with ice, some people are obsessed with potatoes.
Have you seen how many ways they can be prepared? French fries, tater tots, mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, hash browns, the list goes on.
Hey, I bet you could teach your students about potatoes in a fun way. Turn it into a science lesson about different types of plants we eat.
It's all about making learning interesting and relatable. But in today's book, it's not about that type of potato. Instead, it's about one that's too lazy to do things on their own. Let's get started. The Couch Potato, written by Jory John, illustrated by Pete Oswald. I am a potato. Not a small potato like my brother, not a sweet potato like my mother, not a mashed potato like my Uncle Stu. I am a couch potato. Oh yeah, it's true. My favorite place to slouch is on the couch. I spend all my free time sitting in this exact spot. Why would I ever leave this comfy, cozy couch? It's got everything a potato could need. See? I have this, and this, and this, and one of these, and those, and this, and that, and these. Oh, and this. Check it out. This button activates a gadget that fetches me snacks whenever I want. Bam! Impressed? And I don't have to move an inch. Much easier than going to the kitchen. If the most important thing in life is to be comfortable at all times, then I think I've got it all figured out. But wait, there's more. I haven't revealed the absolute best part about my whole setup. It's everything you see in front of me. Have a look around. Take it all in. Pretty spectacular, right? Yes, it's a sea of shimmering screens from wall to shining wall. What joy! What bliss! These screens feature my favorite shows. This screen has all my unanswered messages. These screens are where I play video games. And this screen is a live stream of my friend, my best spud for life. This is how my pals and I spend quality time together. It's much easier than trying to meet up somewhere, like folks did in the old days, that's for sure. Hey, Spuddy.
Hey, Paltato.
Hey, Sugar, you won't believe what happened to me last weekend. I turned into a total couch potato.
A couch potato? I thought you were always full of energy, especially with those kids at school.
I know, but every once in a while, even teachers need a break. I started watching this TV show about amazing animal migrations, and I just couldn't stop. Before I knew it, I had a whole bag of chips and a cozy blanket, and I just sprawled out on the couch.
That's quite a picture, Adam. But animal migrations, you say?
I was learning about how animals like birds, whales, and even butterflies travel incredible distances to find better conditions. It made me appreciate the beauty of nature, even when I'm stuck indoors.
This potato could appreciate that. You don't always have to go outside to appreciate nature.
Yes, from this couch, I can control everything in my life all the time with just a few taps and a couple clicks. Not bad, eh? Yes, sirree, this is the life. At least, that's what I thought, until the other day. Something strange happened. There was a knock at the door. It was a delivery. Woohoo! It was my newest device, a video camera that would allow me to watch myself react while I was watching all my favorite shows. All I had to do was plug it in, and my room, nay, my kingdom, would be complete. But suddenly, everything went dark. Look out, coming through. Whoops, oof, ow, ho. I made it to the window. I pulled back the curtains. The sun seemed brighter than I remembered. There was nothing better to do, so I decided to take my dog Tater for a walk. outside. It had been a while. Everything was so vivid, like a high-resolution 156-inch curved screen, but even more realistic. Something smelled fresh. After a few moments, I realized that it was the air. I heard a noise, some chirps, a ringtone perhaps? But no, I looked up to see some birds. I wandered down the street from block to block and across the neighborhood. Eventually, I found a park with a hill. There was a massive tree on top. It looked like a desktop background, only it was real. Neat. I leaned against the tree. It wasn't as comfortable as my couch, not even close. But after a while, it wasn't so bad.
Speaking of being stuck indoors, there was this one time that I was just a little cub. My mom had warned me about the dangers of wandering too far on the ice, but I was so curious. Long story short, I ended up getting myself stuck on a floating iceberg.
Oh no, that sounds both terrifying and a bit amusing. What'd you do?
Well, luckily my mom was watching from a distance, and she quickly came to the rescue. She swam out to the iceberg and helped me get back to the safety of solid ground. I guess you could say I had my own little adventure without even leaving my icy home.
A real couch potato adventure. Did you at least appreciate your time in nature?
I don't know if you noticed, but I'm a polar bear. I live out in nature.
But do you take time to appreciate it?
I spend a lot of time around ice and in the cold waters of the Arctic.
But isn't it too cold for you to enjoy?
You might think so, but I'm built for it. The chilly weather and icy surroundings don't bother me at all. In fact, I feel most at home and alive when I'm surrounded by ice. It's where I can fish and play, and it's just so refreshing.
Any worries about the power outage and what I might be missing drifted away. I wasn't thinking about my favorite shows or my unanswered messages or anything else really. I noticed the stillness, the view, the sky, the clouds, the sunset, and those colors, my goodness. It took a while because there was no fast forward option, but eventually the sun sank below the horizon. By the time I got home, the power was back on. I sat on the couch. Whew. I hit the button to brush my teeth. I pulled the lever to change into my pajamas. I turned the knob to watch a bedtime story. Then I noticed my reflection in one of the screens. I wondered how much of my life had been spent in that very spot. It was then and there that I made the decision to peel myself off the couch a bit more often. Maybe every day even. And so that's what I've done. I've started hanging out with my friends, my best buddies outside. We started biking and hiking and swimming and hiding and seeking. Sometimes we have snacks and play board games. Sometimes we talk all day. We might watch the clouds. There's no big plan. We just see what happens. It makes me wonder, what if I don't always need to be totally comfortable? What if I'm happier when I have a better balance between my gadgets and the world outside? Because it turns out that I'm more than just a couch potato. I'm an amusing potato. I'm a smart potato. I'm a kind potato. I'm an entertaining potato. And I'm a sit on a hill and watch the sunset potato. Yes, there's a great big world out there, and I want to be part of it, in person. But don't get me wrong, at the end of a long day, after I've run and played and talked and laughed with my friends, I still think it's awfully nice to slouch on the couch.
I remember this one time when I was frolicking in the snow, catching snowflakes on my tongue. The cold wind was invigorating, but then I realized I also missed the cozy feeling of my den.
I recently took an Alaskan cruise. I spent a lot of time outside on hikes, whale watching, and enjoying all the waterfalls. But you know what?
What's that?
As much as I enjoyed spending hours outside taking in the sights and sounds of nature, I still enjoyed spending time at night with my family watching reality cooking shows, action movies, or old sitcoms.
It sounds like you were in your den with your cubs.
I find joy in being indoors, while cherishing the moments I spend outside with my family. It's all about appreciating the variety that life offers.
Whether it's the icy wilderness or the hustle of the classroom, balance is the key to happiness.
If you found a bit of joy with this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'm Adam.
And I'm Suga.
And this is Where There's a Williams, There's a Way. Did you know, in a partnership between NASA and the University of Wisconsin, seed potatoes were first tested in space in 1995 aboard the Space Shuttle Columbia. Then in 2004, NASA started using a Chinese technique to make the ultimate chamber-grown spud. It was dubbed quantum tubers.